But Steven, in the outspace, China has more advantage. Is that right? Like in terms of like Starlink and outspace, the space war, etc.
Well, again, it depends on how you look at things. In terms of scale, the Starlink has thousands of satellites in space, and
Yeah.
and China cannot even come close in terms of number. But I think uh, uh, but people are worrying about whether there will be a conflict between China and the United States and the United States in space, especially when the AI comes into play. And I think one of our readers asked that question, right? About whether the AI will be part of the war in space, so the Star
Yes.
Wars. In fact, when they shoot the Star Wars movie, there was not the AI did not even exist, even in people's mindset. But my opinion could be a bit counterintuitive. I think the AI will actually reduce the risk of war, particularly in space, because be honest, the AI has already been massively applied in satellites, in those smart satellites. They were quite different from the satellites in the past. In the past, the satellites were controlled by humans, and they need to collect information, and then when they return to China or return to the United States, and then they down the ground stations will download the images from these satellites. This process is long, and it could cause a lot of misunderstandings. A lot of accidents could happen. What they're doing now is that these satellites are smart. For example, a Chinese launch a satellite that can automatically look for U.S. warships and the fleets in the oceans around the world, and they do need to report back to Beijing uh, what it is. Help me find out what it is, or help me analyze the images. No, the satellites can make the decision themselves. They say, "Oh, I saw an aircraft carrier fleet. Oh, it's a it was a US four class," and then immediately it will relay the images and information back to Beijing. So this actually increases the transparency of battlefield, uh, either to China, to United States, to Europe, or even to Russia. And I think uh, nowadays, if all these parties they have more information at their hands, they have less chance launching a war because they knew what the other side could do in ready to strike back.
Mm.
So so I think if we have more and more of these smart satellites in space, they can do a lot of other things too, like avoid a collision with a space station, to avoid collision between the Chinese and American satellites. Nowadays, some of the old satellites are pretty stupid. They can slam into each other by accident, and this can cause a lot of misunderstandings, right? If they're smart, they can avoid these kind of things, bad things from happening. So the more AI comes into play, I think that the better we will be off.
Cool.
So yeah, it's already in use. So don't worry about this, and it can do, yeah,
Okay.
do more good than bad.